So the 2034 season. We know what the team looks like. The whole shebang. We've seen it. We've done it. Now it's just, can we deliver? And I can only presume, we haven't looked yet, that this division's stacked again. Yankees are rated second. The Rays are ranked third. Orioles 10th. Blue Jays 8th. 5 of the top 10 teams in baseball are in this one division. All right, let's do it. 108 wins last season. I am going to put a prediction up in chat, by the way. And we are going to do over-under 100.5 wins. Will we get close to accomplishing what we did last year, or will we struggle? That is the question. But for now, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Scout-wise, our budget went up a little bit, actually, but not by much. Did go up by $6,000. I could technically bring in Alford over Thacker, which isn't worth it because we don't really run Discovery, so it's fine. I think we're fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sea Dogs already have too many people on their roster. AA reliever. Let's just get rid of Gene Chance. There you go. AAA autofix lineup. All right, so scouting as well is going to be interesting because, again, well, we do know that we have $7 million. Where's our top pick? 25, and then 2 second-round picks because of the starting pitcher that left us. We don't need anything specific right now. It is literally just try to find the best available. So let's do what we've been doing, I guess. Right? Like, in terms of what do we need the most? Nothing? We just need our team to stay healthy? I'm still going to deem pitching as our biggest need. That is true. That is true. We could look at just what position is the best and scout from there. That is true. Let's see. So, top 100. Let's start here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. Isn't there a little bar? Apparently not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally 3 catchers in the top 100. Why wouldn't you assign specific scouts to Discovery if there's better Discovery than scouting? Because Discovery is not worth it. You don't have enough time. Discovery is only worth it if there is one position that you really, really need and you want to make sure you have all the best options. There is 1 first baseman inside the top 100. There's the bar. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 second baseman. Yeah, we're going to be looking at pitching anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, as well as third base. Shortstops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so 6 shortstops. Field is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. David Byers. Brother of Jonathan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 center fielders. 2 right fielders. And then obviously all the starters. All right, so we are going to prioritize starters. But now we know what positions to move out to in terms of, hey, well, here are the best options, or at least the options that have the most people projected inside the top 100. So let's do starting pitcher West, starting pitcher Central, and starting pitcher East. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, 1 win last week. We're 2-6. Let's see. Starting pitcher International. Let's go reliever West. And reliever Central. All right, boys. I'm going to need you to do a little bit better. Okay, that was a bit better. 1 game under 500. Jays are 10-5. It's early. It's early. see, reliever East, reliever International, closer West. All right, there we go. Well, 10 and 11. Not amazing. Levitt's still out for another 18 days. We'll reassess the lineup once we get to that point. Let's see, we had closer West, closer Central, closer East, and closer International to round that out. Can we have a better week? Kurt Goff traded to the Twins. Decent catcher. Rockies offer us a trade. Honestly, I'm not even exploring AI trade offers anymore. If we need something to be done, we just go ahead and do it. We are 15 and 13. All right, so we have all this closer scouted. Let's look at second and third baseman. Let's start off with second base West. We'll go second base Central and second base East. Positional needs. We're going to go second, third, and center. Start that off. I always first split the second thing, the binoculars or handcuffs. America. All right, 20 and 14. We bounced back pretty well. So we need a second base International. We got to go third base West and third base Central. So again, scouting for us now that we're set and have so much depth, it's just there's not as much there for us to focus on, you know? That's the big issue. All right, so Nick Levitt is finally back. Let's take a look at the rotation. Rogers pitching out of his mind. Bob's been very good too. Huff, Denton's been better, and then Sparbori has honestly been better than Huff. Got to be honest, Evan. You've choked it away. We're going to give Hubbard there an opportunity. Oh, boy. Some of these guys don't have a ton of innings pitched, but damn, man. Okay. In terms of the lineup, we got to get Nick Levitt back in at center field. That's the no-brainer. Baez hitting 298 through 57 at bats. Patel hitting 271. McMahon 235. We'll give it a little bit more time. Mortero, not bad, to be honest. Not bad. I do want to optimize this lineup a bit. I do. Frank, don't look. I'll probably just make you look more, right? Let's be honest. Again, average is not everything, but I am going to use that as our basis to decide who is hitting where for the moment. Congrats on the Julio, dog. Let's reward the people who are playing the best, because it's worked out so well for us in the playoffs. All right, and then in left, who's actually been better? Patel has that 271 average. Yeah, sorry to Johnny McMahon, but Patel is going to play first against lefties because you are shatting the bed right now. You are shatting the bed, sir. All right. QB. 280 average right now is disappointing for you, sir. Well, congrats to Baez. He's going to get a hell of an opportunity. There we go. So we are at the start of a new scouting week. Third base East. Do you play every game? No, I don't play any games. Third base East. Third base International. And then after that was center field. Center field West. Players that have the most, or positions that have the most players inside the projected top 100. AAA got to fix their lineup. Mackenzie Gore off to the Royals. Still good at age 35. Not what he used to be. In terms of overall. Playing every game would be a nightmare. It would take a while. That'd be the entire year's worth of content. So let's see. We did center field West. Let's do center field Central. Center field East. And center field International. And then from there, we'll be on week 9. So we'll start taking a look at the players that are shown to actually be worth the early scouting. But 31 and 23, not bad, not amazing. All right, so let's cancel these assignments. And let's look at our team rank that still has Joel Mendoza as the top option available. I'd like to get these top options. I mean, you could presume these guys won't be there. Let's look at Freddie McClendon, who our scouts have at 41st. Those will be the type of guys that we'll look at more, who might be available around pick number 25, including closer Chris Catt. We had Chris K-R-I-S earlier, second baseman, and now there's Chris Catt, closer. And then who else has a lower draft rank? Let's look at Kana Nishii, the catcher, who might be there. So starter, closer, catcher will be the emphasis for the week. AAA team having trouble again. 10 games over 500, not bad. McClendon does look like the real deal, according to our scouts. Chris Catt looking good. Nishii also looking pretty good. So his interest is in the toilet for us, but do we have anybody else? Let's see. Andreas Pena as a starter. Joel Guerrero in left. And let's look at Salvador Rosario. So starter in left. Works for me. Works for me. Not a great week, though. Not a great week. We're hanging in there, though. It's a pretty competitive division. All right. Ooh, it really likes Joel Guerrero in left. And really likes Salvador Rosario. Not so much Andreas Pena. Okay. Okay. What else do we have in terms of team rank here? We already know a lot about Chris Catt. Number 23, Freddie Travis. Another closer. Sox, if people hate on Olivia Rodrigo, they're just wrong. They're just wrong. Oh, the mustache on Ahmad Brewer. Another closer. And Carmen Lopez, another starter. Okay, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Yeah, up and down week for us. Closing in on the draft, though. Really likes Freddie Travis as a top option in this draft. Duly noted. Not so much for Brewer. It does like him as a first rounder, but I think I'm going to need to know more about Mendoza, but it's like, will he still be available? Is the question. That's why we're looking at guys whose rank is a little bit lower. There are these players in the teens that might slip. Let's look at Alberto Guerrero. We already know a bit about Nishii. Let's look at Julio Castro. And let's look at... Already learned a bit about Heath Castle. What about David Byers? So starting pitchers, center and left. I don't know for sure, but it does, you know, I got to be honest with all. I was thinking about that. It's like, yeah, this does feel like a pretty efficient method of scouting if you're not in the early stages of a rebuild where, you know, you're going to have those high picks and look for best available. This is actually a pretty decent way to go about it. It's pretty similar to what we would do in years past, actually. I mean, obviously, we didn't have the draft rank necessarily. Really likes Julio Castro as a center fielder. Okay. Well, from the looks of it, the two things we can say. One, it looks like we're going to get a player, and that's because, two, this looks like a vastly superior draft to last year. This is looking like one of the better drafts yet. This is looking outstanding in terms of overall depth. Let's look at starting pitcher Brian Chang. Let's look at starting pitcher Alberto. If I say that name, someone will clip it out of context. Bastards. And Zach Baroa, starter and closer. I didn't check Heath Castle, but I should. I should, because we are coming up on the draft. We get one more bit of scouting before the draft. Doesn't really like any of those guys. So the last week, our scouts do love Joel Mendoza as the #1 pick, but there's just no guarantees he'll be there. Let's go look at third base. Heath Castle. I mean, we have info on him. It's just, will he be available at pick number 25? You know? I doubt it. But if he's available, he will be worth a look. But that's the issue. It's the 25th pick. We need the AI. So we'll take a look at Jackie Wilcox. We need the AI to hopefully slip up. But that's why I'm leaving a lot of these guys who are projected top 10 just out of consideration. Because I don't think they'll still be there. And if I'm wrong, well then, hey, we'll see if we made the right choice. This dude's projected number 40, Asensio. So starter, reliever, and lefts. And there we go. That is our last bit of scouting. So we're looking good heading into the draft in terms of record. As the Orioles get a little bit better with a closer, Nick Fink. And we go to the I never thought I'd say this, the 2034 draft. Holy hell. Like, we expected this to be a longer series, but I didn't think we would have gone without winning a title yet. Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Chicago with the top 3 picks. The Reds back at the top of the board. And with the first overall pick in 2034, they select starting pitcher Pablo Montano, who was projected 5th, and granted, we've only scouted him through 20%. Oof. 25th ranked. Imagine how long a draft of glory to take. Well, hey, if we win this, then maybe we won't have to wander too long about a draft of glory. Maybe. Maybe a nation's united. Maybe both. Anyway, let's see. Second was Cleveland. In the words of Drew Carey, Cleveland rocks. Hello, Ohio. The Guardians select starting pitcher Richie Miklas. Richie Miklas falls from 1 to 2. Does look like he could be pretty damn good. He does. And the Chicago White Sox have the 3rd pick. Old Chicago. DeBurs. Chicago takes J.P. Hickey. First baseman who was projected 7th. He goes 3rd overall. Our scouts didn't really know about him. So, fair enough. Pittsburgh. Old Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. What do we got? They take Edgar Sierra, the catcher, who was projected 4th, and what do you know? Goes 4th to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Miami takes starting pitcher Clyde Cox. Was projected 11th. He goes top 5. Mills, good morning, evening, and or afternoon. How the heck are you? Alberto Guerrero goes 6th to San Francisco. Starting pitcher. He was projected 15th. Tirana at 7. Take you bitches. I am gonna. I don't know if my cat would kill a bird, but I'm gonna let him try. They take the starting pitcher Jose Asensio, who was projected 40th. They take him 7th because their scouts also realized he was good. Will the Calgary Flames make the playoffs? I gotta be honest, I hope not at this point, because Jesus. What a disappointment they've been. At 8, Oakland takes center fielder Julio Castro, who was projected 12th. They also had scouts that said, hey, look at this guy. Realized I need to start a new franchise when I ended up with 23 of the top 50 prospects. Fair. Seattle, what are you doing? Catcher Julian Ortiz goes 9th overall. He was projected 107, and he goes 9th. And to round out the top 10, starting pitcher Joel Mendoza, Minnesota, just got a gift from the gods. Our scouts recognize him as the look at that overall, man. Look at that overall. I think Minnesota just drafted the next Johan Santana, 10th overall. Holy shit. Atlanta takes shortstop Henry Garland. He was projected 43rd. With the 12th pick, Philadelphia takes a left fielder David Byers. He was projected around that time. 13th, you have Kansas City taking left fielder Federico Cortez. He was projected 60th. 14th, Houston takes second baseman Tommy Slade. He was top 10 projected. And Colorado at 15 takes center fielder Eric Keller, who is projected second, but who our scout says is a second to third round pick. Fuck. Oh, man, all the gems our guys were finding are going off the board. Texas at 16 takes left fielder Joel Guerrero. Very good pick. The New York Mets at 17 take third baseman Heath Castle. At 18, the Diamondbacks take starting pitcher Lonnie Perez. Why? Projected 52nd. Dodgers at 19 take the second baseman Pablo Molina. Projected 54th. The Cubs at 20 take starting pitcher Yusniel Leon, who was projected 10th. Yankees at 21 take starting pitcher Carmen Lopez, who was projected 22nd. Orioles at 22 take third baseman Sean Salgado, who was projected 59th. At 23, the Angels take second baseman Alberto Jimenez, who was projected 55th. And at 24, the Cardinals take starting pitcher Alberto, who was projected 30th, which does mean... Oh, baby, what does that mean? Freddie McClendon. I mean, our scouts do also like Salvador Rosario, and you could argue, like, well, I mean, maybe, like, no, it's Freddie McClendon. Chris Catt, Freddie Travis, there is Kana Nishii. It's not even a question. 25th overall, we will be taking starting pitcher out of Illinois, Freddie McClendon, who looks to have ungodly velocity. Very low bonus demand, too, at $2 million when our allotment's $7 million. Freddie McClendon, have our scouts done it again? Again, the biggest thing that happened in this franchise was we fired that one scouting staff, brought in a new one, and they have hit it out of the park basically every year. Freddie McClendon is a beast of a man. He should have been a footballer. Whew. All right. We will sim to our next pick, which is 60th. But just to look at the rest of the first round. Steven Daniels, catcher, who was projected 74th. Victor Del Villar. Francisco Peralta. Roger Ballesteros. And Joe Duncan. So with that, do we have anybody left on the board that we are aware of? And our scouts do like reliever Freddie Nunez. They felt like he should have been a first rounder. Again, we'll have another pick 6 picks later, which is where we'll hope that Gary Orozco is still available. If not, we'll be looking at Medeiros, Torres. But we're going to trust our scouts on Freddie Nunez, who looks to be a lock for a B potential. So, Freddie, come on down. Mr. Freddie Nunez. All right, let's sim to that balance round pick. Gary Orozco is still there. Now, we don't know as much about him. He's a pretty big risk. At only 20% scouted, but that's about the best we're going to get outside of Alex Gunta, who can chop like a son of a bitch. Okay, see, so the reason why Maurice Brister, his overall is going to suck. He's already 23 years old. Maybe next round. Again, I think I'm going to trust my scouts. I mean, no reason to not really go with Orozco. Especially, too. So here's the benefit, right? Here's the benefit. If you, and it is a viable strategy, and honestly, in Draft to Glory, I might do it a little bit more. It is a very viable strategy to look at dudes who are projected way down. Because if they do turn out to be gems, you don't have to pay them shit in terms of that bonus demand. So, Gary Orozco, come on down. You're the guy. We'll trust our scouts again. And let's see, next up. Well, Brister just went off the board. In terms of dudes who are projected to go sometime soon, there is starting pitcher Gilberto Rios. There's Guillermo Rivera, but he is injured. Julio Brito was an actual player, wasn't he? Why do I recognize the name Julio Brito? Was there a guy by the name of... There was somebody in the name... Who the fuck was Brito in the MLB? It wasn't Julio, it was Socrates Brito and Johnny Brito. But I was thinking of Socrates Brito. There we go. Anyway. I mean, right now, Brito looks to be maybe the best option. There is boomer bust starting pitcher Matt Rosario. It's looking a bit... Gino Wetzel. What a name. I mean, honestly... 74, 81, 85. Kind of digging Rosario. Is either Rosario or Rios? Let's go for Rosario. Why not? We'll take the Venezuelan starting pitcher, Matt Rosario. So your plan is to underpay your employees. Capitalism 24. There's a singer named Julio Brito. Well, there you go. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I don't know. Round number 4. Marcus Gillette, the best a man can get. There's also Mario Reyes. I mean, Sean Robles, young enough. Anybody else? Anthony Kondo. Patrick Cook. Bobby Thompson in center. Could be next, based off potential. Matt Ouellette, you better be Canadian. Maryland. Robert F. Scott Fitzgerald. Russell, so hello. I doubt you're that good, but man, it's interesting. We're picking 129. Fuck it. Did we just go for Kobayashi? I think we do. Some of the other guys might be better. Fuck it. Boom or bust. Lawrence Kobayashi. Plays turn out to just be insane. 5th round. Well, all those other dudes are gone. Ooh, Carlos Acevedo. His overall might suck for his age, but he's looking to be the guy. There's also Sammy Franks, who we know nothing about. Eric Ullman, who is injured. His overall will suck. Let's go for Acevedo, since he wasn't hurt. Yeah, those other guys are gone. And our final pick in the 6th round. Slim Pickens. Slim Pickens. Our scouts actually kind of like this guy more than some of the other guys, even though they weren't scouted. Okay, who has the best name? Britt Jones, Dustin Bradford, Lucas, Diego Batista, Tim Zickafoose. We have a winner. Tim Zickafoose. 6th round, you draft for name Timmy Zickafoose. What a fucking name. Oh my God. All right, the 2034 draft comes to a close. I think we nailed it. Oh, good. Oakland still has a stadium in 2034. Anybody gonna show up? Ooh, Billy Kay. Billy Kay. Third right now in the majors, tied for third in home runs. He is going to be in the home run derby. By the way, Ronan Martin, who looked like he sucked, has a 960 OP. Fuck you. Of course. I'm like, well, it looks like they'll be paying for a depth option. $15 million. Ends up making less than that because they backloaded it. Jesus. What's the specific reason for the MLB draft to be mid-year? Because fuck you, that's why. What other reason could there be? All right. Signing draft picks. Freddie McClendon, Freddie Nunez, Gary Orozco. McClendon wants $2.88 million for fair value. We'll offer that. Freddie. Bam! Freddie McClendon. Please be that good. Freddie Nunez. Crash. I don't know if it was a good one, though. That's the problem. Let's see. Freddie Nunez declines. Gary Orozco also declines. Read his name again. I know what the joke was. I stand by my words. I don't know if it was a good one. Carlos Acevedo also declines. Rat bastards. Rat bastards. Sign these deals, Tim Zickafoose. All right, sim a couple days. Let's see who made the All-Star game for us. Bob Asensio was the starter again. Let's go, Bobby. Bob Asensio has Asensio. There you go, Crash. That's one for you. Let's see. Of course, Alexis De Silva, we don't sign him. He makes an All-Star game. We only have one pitcher. No catchers for us. Fuck you, Tristan. Anyway, Billy Kay makes the All-Star game. Hey, so is the previously aforementioned Chris Cat. Michael Martinez on his motorcycle. Marcelo Meyer made the All-Star game. Kevin Simmons made the All-Star game. And Hubert McDonald. Jesus Christ. Why is that game in Oakland? It should be in Boston. Half of our team's already in the game. Just beautiful. Crash, I'm pumped. I think he looked awesome. All right, round 2 to sign our boys. Round 2. Fight. Freddie Nunez. Will you sign the deal? No. Gary Orozco. Will you sign the deal? No. Carlos Acevedo. I think they're warning me about sending the same terms. Will you sign the deal? Hey, thank you, Carlos. Welcome aboard. Whoops. All right, got to build up interest on the other boys, Matt Rosario included. Let's take you dudes out of there. Bring in Kobayashi and Tim Zickafoose. Foosa book. Boo. Boo, Crash. Let's see. I'm not worried about the extra interest. I can just start sending them more money. Famous last words. Freddie Nunez. Hell yeah, brother. Freddie Nunez signs. Gary Orozco also signs. You'll love to see it. Now we can focus on these 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we beat Houston in that series. Let's see. Lawrence Kobayashi. Declines. Douche. I don't think we're going to be getting Tim Zickafoose. The guy was working at the fucking meat counter, and he's like, yeah, you know what? I don't want this baseball deal after all. Not that there's anything wrong with working at the meat counter, but to my point, you were never going to get drafted if it wasn't for me. Lawrence Kobayashi declines again. Dickhead. There's no way I'm signing Tim Zickafoose, by the way. Timmy, I'm just gonna let you go. You looked the gift horse in the mouth, and this horse just kicked you in the balls and said, "Have fun working somewhere else." Matt Rosario, Booyaka 617. He declined. Lawrence Kobayashi. Yeah, welcome in, Lawrence. So Rosario is our only holdout. Sign the meat packer. Son of a bitch. Fine, I'll try. Matt Rosario, will you sign? Yes, you will. All right, Zickafoose. Sounds like a slur. It's trade deadline day. We are going to have to take a look around, then we'll have to see who's doing what, but we're in first place. I think we got a home run in that draft. We're going to find out in 1 second. Give me a second. Give me a minute.